College tuition is taking advantage of many students who are just looking to get an education. Why does college cost so much, and why are we okay with paying that amount? The cost of college tuition is the reason why many students obtain debt. Richard Marias is a father who is excited to see his daughter get accepted into college. As a father, he wants what is best for his daughter, and that is to attend college. Richard is unable to provide his daughter with the funds to get a college education. Why? Because college tuition costs way too much for a family to afford. Richard is a middle-class citizen who is unable to afford college for his daughter. Richard works hard to provide for all the needs of the family, but by doing so, the family becomes too rich for financial aid. Most financial aid comes from FAFSA, which is the government thinks families can afford to pay for college. Many of us experience this feeling in our lives. We want to give someone something that they deserve, but we can't afford it. Maybe you want to take your significant other out for a date night to a really fancy restaurant, or take them on a vacation, but you just can't afford it. Imagine how you would feel if you're unable to provide for your own child something that could possibly enhance their future. In today's society, college is very important if you want to get a stable, well-paying job. This nightmare became a reality for Richard Marias and the 83% of other American families that are unable to afford college tuition, and the 1.3 million students that graduate with student debt. College tuition is the amount of money a college receives per student that goes to a college or university. A college education is very important in today's society. Many families work very hard to get their child into a college, but many bad things can happen if a family is unable to afford to get their children into a college. Let's discuss the different problems associated with expensive tuition, the cause of expensive tuition, and some solutions that can help more students afford to get a college education. The three main problems associated with a high college tuition are the future of students who can't afford college tuition, an increase of students who graduate a four-year university with student debt, and this allows the government to choose how much a family should pay based on their income. The first problem associated with high college tuition is that the future of the students who cannot afford to go to a college may be endangered. According to the Pew Research Center, people who do not attend a college are 4 times more likely to be employed and 4 times more likely to be living in poverty compared to a college graduate with a bachelor degree. The adult may lack education needed for a higher paying job that is more stable. The job that they are able to get might not be as well paid, and therefore will not be able to provide for their family. According to the New York Times, only 34.1% of high school graduates attend a college. The most popular reason why most high school graduates don't attend a college is because they cannot afford it. Because many families cannot afford to go to college, they enter the workforce right after high school and choose a low-end job. The second problem associated with high college tuition is the increase of students with college debt. After college graduation, many of the graduates experience debt that they are unable to pay off right away. According to the U.S. News, it takes an average of 21 years to pay off student loans, when the average amount of student debt after a four-year university is $28,950. Not only does debt affect the graduates, but it also affects their family, whether it is their parents that were paying for the college tuition or the children who will have to bear the effects of debt from their parents. Lastly, because of high college tuition, the government gets to choose how much the tuition should be based on how much the government thinks the family can afford. The number one form of financial aid is called FAFSA, or Free Application for Federal Student Aid. This system uses a complex formula based on families' income to provide some financial aid to students trying to attend college. The government chooses how much financial aid the student will receive based on how much the family makes per year. This system is unfair because the families that work hard for what they need may be too rich for FAFSA or too poor to pay a college tuition. Now that we have talked about the main problems of high college tuition, let's talk about the causes of high tuition. High college tuition is affected by financial aid, how much the college pays for the professors, and the cost of technology in the school system. College tuition is highly affected by financial aid. You may think, how does financial aid cause tuition to increase? Well, colleges know that financial aid will pay some of the tuition. When financial aid pays some of the tuition, it makes a student feel as if he's getting a bigger discount. Although financial aid may seem like a lifesaver, would college tuition really be as high if financial aid didn't ever exist? It also has to deal with how many professors a college has and how much the professors are paid. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average college professor makes $58,830 per year. The average private school teacher only makes $36,000 a year. Why does a college professor make so much more than a private school professor? Lastly, the cost of technology is a major cause of high college tuition. Most colleges are very updated with their technology when they shouldn't need to. A lot of colleges update their technology every year. This means that every year they are spending more and more money. Most of the technology goes unused anyways. Now that we are understanding the causes, let's talk about some solutions to fix the problem. The solutions to the problem of high tuition include colleges should offer on-campus jobs to students who want an education but are unable to pay the tuition. Cut down on how many professors the university has and only update the technology when needed. On-campus jobs would make a huge impact on students who can't afford tuition. These jobs will show who really wants an education and how hard they are willing to work for it. These jobs will also help pay the tuition. Not only does this benefit the student, but it also benefits the schools and the community. Another solution would be to cut down on the number of professors. According to Forbes.com, over 50% of college professors are adjunct professors. An adjunct professor is a professor whose academic rank is below the highest rank. So why does a college hire professors who aren't the best? Colleges should only keep the highest rank of professors and save money to lower the cost of tuition. Lastly, colleges should only upgrade technology when needed. Many times, colleges upgrade the technology in classrooms, libraries, or many different places on campus when they don't need it. Many of the upgraded technology are barely used. By not upgrading every year, the college will save some money and be able to cut down on the price of tuition. In conclusion, I have given many different problems associated with high tuition. I gave causes of high tuition. Most recently, I gave solutions to high tuition. Richard's daughter, with hopes of being able to attend college, was able to pay for tuition by finding an on-campus job to help pay the tuition. She worked hard to excel in her job and to pay the tuition for her college. She learned that an education should not be taken for granted, but at the same time should be available to anyone who is willing to work hard for it. Even though Richard's daughter was able to pay for tuition to college, she is one out of many students who have a hard time paying college tuition. 83% of American families are unable to afford college tuition. 83% of American families will be forced to hold their child back from receiving a higher education. Help spread the word about solutions to high tuition. One day, we will be able to give a college education to all who want it.